January 4th, 2014. This is the last still image from LASCO C3. The movie images are not in yet. But we've had an Earth-facing flare. It's not an X flare, but it's a strong M. You can see it there. Now, notice both lines, both red and blue lines, are in an uptick. That's important. Pay attention. This is X-ray flux out of Boulder. These are the latest ones. Now, we have the largest sunspot in 12 years. It's the largest of the solar cycle. You can see it coming in the left there. Noticing the magnetic lines above it are going up and touching an unclassified spot. That may be important, but look at the size of this compared to the other ones that you see going off to the right. If you remember last month, we had one that got up to 900, was how it was classified in millions on the surface of the sun. This one's 1250, so you've got about a 25% increase. Now, it's not the largest ever seen, but it's the largest in 12 years, the largest that's ever been on these SDO cameras like this. Check it out. Now, you can see it. We had a flare this morning, and then the brightest one just after it was the last one reported. Again, notice the magnetic lines of force going to the small area above it. This is a monster. It's turning Earth facing, and it's strong, even though it is classified as just beta gamma, guys, not beta gamma alpha. It has a 25% chance of X flares. That's because I think they are aware of that small area above it that's growing. See it turning into 4 dots is probably an alpha spot. Here you have the area. Notice everything is beta gamma or beta. No alpha is on the scale. 1944 at the bottom is 1280 in the area. And long red arrow, it has a 25% chance of X flares. Total chance, notice, is 30. M class is 75. That's high. I've seen it coast from 1 to 5 on the X flare chance for months. Take a look at it, though. You can hear in this image, again, notice that small spot above it that it's arcing to. Is that arc that caused a strong flare? And again, I think that's why this chance of X flares is going to be has been elevated. Check that out. Beta gamma, nothing alpha. But I expect that to change. What we'll see in the morning as this comes up. But guys, you can tell that's an Earth-facing flare, and I'll show you on stereo B here. If it comes off that right side, that's telling you it's Earth-facing. But you could tell from the SDO. But this is how recent the flare is, and you can see it here also. Also, you can tell how much it's interacting with this small spot. That's a large area, guys. It's the largest you've seen since you watched my videos on the surface of the sun. I guarantee you that. It's amazing, that amount of energy. And imagine it going to an X class super spot. It's already a super spot. And if it mingles in and gets that X class configuration, that 30% chance is going to jump. Now, we're watching the Draconids. They were peaking over the weekend, starting last night. And I had a question on this. How would you tell which way they were coming if it was Draconids? Here's how you tell. This is the parent object, 2003 EH1. This is what's left of 1490Y, the comet that wiped out the Chinese fleet. Notice it's coming down, guys. See this? That's telling you that you're going to have a north to south as you watch the Draconids over the weekend. Now, they're right at the peak now, but they're saying you may be able to see them up to the 7th. I'll show you where to watch for them. But again, the question was if it's going to be from this asteroid or from this Draconid meteor shower, where it's coming from. So notice that it will be a north-south. Now, even though we're going through the meteor shower, this parent object of comet 1490YP is not on a Earth projected path, but this trail of dust that comet left, and this is just this asteroid, this EH1, is simply a part of a disintegrated comet. It's not the creator of the meteor shower itself, but it's the largest object detected by radar. But it's going to miss Earth. Now look into the Big Dipper. Notice how the handle is coming down. The quadrantid radiant is where it's coming through. Arcturus is on your right. This is northeast after midnight, and if the moon goes down earlier in your area, it's going to improve that chance. But you can watch the AMS and Lunar Meteorite Hunters for reports on that. Guys, we're going to do some more updates. I've got 2 different series going. We got the we're going to go into the Feast of the Trumpets and part 2 of the CERN, the Stargate part 2. Something else very interesting that's tying into this, and I'll talk about it in the next video, but it's very important, guys. Heads up.